Hello lovely people, I am reporting live from my car. This is my car. I'm actually waiting to get my nails done because look at the state of them, they're so going out. But I came to say this vlog is actually going to be, I want to say, let's call it the reviewers series, because basically I've been in my reading era obviously, hence why I'm here making this channel. But welcome to Abby Does Stuff, by the way. Didn't even introduce the channel, what a knob. But I basically came here with my Kindle to say to you, I actually got approved to read 5 books on NetGalley, which is such a privilege, with literally only attaching my LinkedIn. So actually feeling like a bit of a bad bitch right now. But basically, I wanted to come and give you a bit of a check-in on the book, because I wasn't sure if I was going to record, and now here I am recording in my car, and I'm actually like nearly 30% through. So the first book that we're going to be talking about in this vlog is, if it will load, I think it's called The Forest Blades. Let me just double check, because I do not want to get that wrong. It is! It's The Forest Bleeds by Rachel Kitch. And this actually comes out on the 13th of October 2026. So I'm reading this super early. Sorry, it's just the first one they sent me and I was super excited, so I started reading it. But this one is about a group of, I want to say, biochemistry students that also have witch abilities. This group of students were basically being sent to some academic like expo to do some talks on genes, all that sort of thing, like their specialist subjects, because they're about to write their dissertation. But we've got a few people in like a few different year groups, and basically this bus that they got on to go to this trip, not going to that lecture, babe, we're going to some weirdo's house. And this weirdo, I think his name is Arius, I can't say any names, but basically he's got a problem with his leg, and he's assigned them all, fix my leg, and it's like proper serious scary conditions. But our main characters, I think we've got Sage, Valerius, Thug, and Ian. Oh, and there's also another girl called Meredith, and they are trying to find the cure for this man's leg. But basically, so far, we're just fresh in the weird man's house, like putting up with the rules, that sort of vibe. But they are witches, but some of them have different witch abilities. Our main character, Sage, she is a blood witch, so she can like sort of control things through the power of blood, is what I'm getting the vibe of. The magic has not been explained very well yet. There's physical magic, blood magic, and medieval magic, I think, are like the 3 we've got so far. But once I understand that better, I promise I'll fill you in. But it's currently giving love triangle behaviour, because she's got a crush on another one of the girls, I think Various, and she's low-key obsessed with our evil man. She's just had a cute scene with him, like, not like doing anything major, but like, she's like looking at him funny, you know what I'm saying? But once I get a little bit further into this, I will let you know. But so far, super enjoying it. The gore is not crazy, considering it's listed, I think it's listed as horror, but it's kind of sci-fi horror. But so far, really liking our main character. I think she's potentially got OCD, but I'm not 100% sure, not confirmed. But liking her, I'm actually liking all of our main characters, but she's the only one, like, playing by the motherfucking rules. Everyone else is like, I'm trying to get the hell out of here. And she is just trying to survive. Because they be killing people if they fail to cure him in 3 days. But that was a really bad explanation, but hopefully you kind of get the gist of what's going on. In the next clip, I will try and read the actual synopsis, and then you get a better idea. 30% in, enjoying it, and I will let you know my thoughts and feelings probably when I get like 60%, because I feel like that's a good time. But I will see you there. Hello! Coming at you from the next day in a new location in my car, because I'm too socially awkward to film this in my house in front of my partner. So you're getting car vlogs while I'm driving this week. But I'm coming in to say, one, I'm sorry I lied to you. I was not 30% in. I was about 25% in. So to make up for that, I'm coming at you. I think I'm officially like 57% in. So I'm trying to make this fair in terms of checking in and reviewing. But before we get on to that, I know I said yesterday I was going to my nail appointment, and I've come back from my nail appointment, and this is what we're working with. They are Gorgina. I love my nail girl, Eloise. She's a baddie. Obsessed with my nails. They're butterflies, neon. Just feeling very spring, want it to be summer. That's the kind of energy I was going for. But you don't care. That's not why you're here. You're here to talk about books. And at this point, things are going down. Crazy stuff be happening. The main male character, Arius, A-R-I-U-S. I'll put the spelling on screen. Arius. He be crazy. He be crazy. He be crazy. God complex behaviour. Crazy work. He is obsessed with our female lead, Sage. I think that's because he knows more about her magic than she does. But she's now discovering her magic, how it works. She's getting to know the other people's magic, the other girl's magic. So cool. So cool. And they're in the lab. They're still trying to figure it out. It's crazy. But we're day 5 now. Day 5 or 6 in the situation. So, but we've just tried to attempt to escape. And we've gone into the woods. And the woods be crazy. There's some crazy things in the woods. But I'm trying to keep this spoiler free, so I can't say too much. But we've just gone to the woods. The woods has been crazy work. There's been some crazy things out there. He's been experimenting, doing some weird stuff. But really enjoying it. It's very easy read. Like, running through it so quick. I normally don't get this far. Like, it normally takes me about a week to read like a 400 pager. And I'm actually getting through this in like 3 or 4 days, which is nearly a week, I know, but I'm a lot further ahead than I thought I was going to be with my work week and my general schedule being crazy. But loving it. I think it's giving 3.5 for behaviour at the moment. It's definitely not 5-star, but I don't know if that's just because I feel like we've not gone into too much depth with our characters. They're not surface level per se, but we're only now really learning about them. But I suppose we had to get over our crazy environment first to get into that. But I'm so sorry. I know I said I was going to give you like an update on not the synopsis. I can never think of the name of it. Like kind of like the blurb of the book. But I will attach the blurb over here because that was rude of me to not give you the blurb before we started. But I promise I'm trying to keep this as spoiler free as possible. Please enjoy the blurb. I'll wait for you to read the blurb. Joking. But if you want to pause read the blurb, please read the blurb. And also, if you want to hear my reviews, my ratings, my vibes, please go and check me out on Fable. Here's the Fable. Go and check me out on there. That's where I post all my reviews. I don't do Goodreads, just because Goodreads has been bad for a long time. I know a lot of the girlies use Goodreads, so if you want me to move over to Goodreads, I absolutely will. But overall, so far, in the 3.5 to 4 range, it's now getting crazy. Like, it was crazy anyway, but like, now we're understanding them, our main male, like, villain, and Sage's relationship with, I think it's Varius. That relationship be developing. So I really don't know who the main love interest is. I'm super excited though. Give me some sapphic behaviour. That's what I'm hoping for. But we shall see. But I will catch you for my final review very soon. Sorry that wasn't a very great summary of what's going on. This is my first time, so bear with me, as you know. Hello! I come for a final check-in on The Forest That Bleeds by Rachel Kitch. I finished it last night. Okay, I've got a lot of thoughts and feelings about this one. I've officially written my NetGalley review and published it. That is here, if you'd like to read it. And I gave this baddie a 4-star on NetGalley. On Fable, 3.75. I know we were in the 3.5 to 4 round when I last spoke to you, but I was pretty confident on a 3.5 most of the way through. And then, the ending. God, the ending was crazy. it had me shook, it had me nervous, it had me emotional. Like, I had to get some brownie points for that. But our main character went on such a journey throughout this, and oh, it was so good. Tension was high, feelings were strong, and the representation of her, Sage, going through the motions, like trying to understand her worth, trying to figure out what she wants to do with the rest of her life. It was so interesting, and the science behind this book was so good. Like, a lot of the terminology was lost on me because I'm not a profesh, but the research was in the pages, you know what I'm saying? The research was there. Gully put the time and effort in, and you could see it. So good. Would highly recommend this. And as I said in my review, this is a great introduction for people who are not sure if they want to do the horror genre or not. There was some gore in this, but it wasn't too much in crazy detail, and it wasn't like traumatizingly weird. Do you know what I mean? Because it was magic based. It was much more like oogly. But our male main lead, hated him. So there was, I just felt everything and anything. Like, I was sad, I was scared, I was icked out. He was icky. But would highly recommend this if you're looking for a little intro into horror. You like your fantasy, you like your magic. How they introduced the magic into the science in this was so clever. The combination of skills was so cool. Just tea, girl, highly recommend. The reason it wasn't 5 stars for me was just, I just wasn't obsessed. Like, I sound obsessed, obviously, because it was really good, but like, it just, you know, you get the feeling. 5 stars is a feeling, as Emmy Rosen would say. And I just, like, I liked our characters, but I wish there'd just been a little bit more depth to their backgrounds. Like, the main character's relationship with everyone was super interesting, but like, we didn't get that until later on. And I wanted to know more about them, their academic backgrounds, all that sort of thing, before we got into the main tension. But it wasn't a massively long book, so I can see, like, and it wasn't massively necessary detail. It's only because I like to know my characters inside out. Like, I want to be obsessed with you. Like, that's kind of my logic. But yeah, 3.75 was my official rating, but 4 on the NetGalley shelf. So, with that said, we are now going to move on to our next book, and I will insert a picture of it here because I can't download it onto my Kindle on the NetGalley shelf, so I'm having to read the PDF. I think it's called A Letter to a Woman Unknown, but it's a mixture of short stories. There's 4 short stories in it, 200 pages. It's kind of a classic, but it's translated as well. It's German translated to English, which I'm very excited about because I normally like a translated book. I read a lot of Japanese translations, so I'm super excited to see where this goes. But I will insert the picture of the back for you to read as well. But I think, yeah, basically a man writes a letter to a woman he doesn't know, and it's kind of the development of their relationship through letters is what I'm getting the vibe of. But apparently it's a classic, which I was not expecting going into this. But I'll try my best to get it read for you, but I've had a banging migraine today, so I actually slept through most of the day, which was not on my to-do list, and I'm quite busy tomorrow. But hopefully I'm hoping to get at least 20% today, but we shall see how we get on, and I will catch up with you when I have some decent thoughts. Hello from my tiny bookish corner. I'm going to give you my first update on Letter from an Unknown Woman by Stefan Zweig. I'll show you the cover, but I'm reading it on my iPad because I couldn't get it on my Kindle, and the font size in this is tiny. I did show you in the clip before this of me reading it on the iPad, but please don't call me crazy locos because I can only download it as a PDF, so you have to read it. But so far, loving it. I was not expecting this to be a classic, Probably my fault for not reading it properly, right? But, oh, so good. The writing is stunning. The translating, so good. This is translated from German to English, which, honestly, I couldn't tell that it was translated. The writing is so gorgeous and seamless. Oh, I'm just obsessed. I love translated stuff, particularly Japanese translated to English. The Delegate Dream Department Store is one of my faves. It's on the second one, the Return to Delegate Dream Department Store. It's on my 26 to 2026. So if you know any good translated recommendations, drop them below. However, I would recommend you this one. This is given 4.5 star behaviour. The emotion in this writing is gorgeous, top tier. Like, this is the kind of sadness I want to be feeling if you're heartbroken kind of behaviour. This, I literally couldn't put it down. The writing is so easy to read, short sentences, beautiful terminology, but not complicated. The imagery was so strong, like, for me when reading it. Oh, I'm just obsessed. And she doesn't even have a name, so I can't even tell you her name. But once you know, you know. When she gets your hands on this bad boy, you will understand why I now want a bunch of white roses. I can't have them because hay viewer sucks. But if you see me posting about white roses, this is why. I have actually set up a Bookstagram and a BookTok. I haven't posted anything there yet because I wanted to get the vlog done before I commit. But I will put my links here and in the description if you would like to check me out over there. But I'm thinking 3 books a vlog. How does that feel for you? I think that's good. I enjoy watching reading vlogs. I have 3 books. But let me know if you think that's too much, if I yap too much. But I promise I'm trying my best. But overall thoughts and feelings on this book so far, 4.5 star to 5 star behaviour. Don't know if I can give it 5. It's not giving 5 star feelings. When I read the first few pages, I was like, oh, this is 5 star behaviour. But I don't want to give it 5 star behaviour until I've read all of the books. Like, all of the little... There's 4 short stories in this one book. And The Letter from the Unknown Woman is the first one. And, oh, gorgeous. And we love that it's only 167 pages. More short books, please. We love trying to get those points on my reading goal for the year. But all of that to say, I'm going to go and try and read the rest of this book. But I can't lie, I'm absolutely knackered because I got up at the crack to go to the zoo. And now I'm very tired. I'm going to try and not fall asleep. But I'll see you there when I have hopefully some more thoughts, if not my final thoughts, because I'm not sure I'm going to have a chance to record again. If you would like to see a bookshelf at all, let me know. I think my current TBR stands at just under 100 of my physical books, but I haven't updated it for a while. So I might even be over 100. If you want to see my 26 to 2026, that is on my reading cart, which you can't see. That is behind you over here. You're currently in my Kindle stand. But my cart is available to go through. If you want me to go through that with you at some point, let me know in the comments down below. But when I have some more thoughts, I'll see you then. Hello! I'm coming at you from bed for a final check-in of A Letter from an Unknown Woman and Other Stories. Oh my god, guys. I'm actually obsessed. I gave it, officially on Fable, 4.5 stars. But on NetGalley, I actually gave it 5 stars. Every story was so emotional. Like, so emotional. Miscommunication was definitely the main trope throughout all of these tales, but the writing was stunning. Even though the characters very rare, like the main characters never had a name, I was obsessed with all of them. I need a bunch of white roses, an octagonal bracelet, and just a big house by the beach. Like, I'm just obsessed with them. And although the book is so short, like, the power of emotion is so strong in all of them, and the power of love and miscommunication is so strong throughout the whole thing. Like, I'm obsessed. We'll be purchasing a physical copy when it comes out, which I believe is in June of this year, so it's actually not that long away, like, as I'm filming this right now. Sorry if you can hear music my partner's currently in the shower and having a sing-song, but that's why I'm kind of at a weird angle in bed, because the light is in a bad place. But also, we're now about to start the last book of the vlog, and that is, I believe it's I Am the Devouring Dark by Kimberly Lynn. I can't remember her surname. I'll put the cover on screen because I've got it on my Kindle, but the cover doesn't show up on the Kindle, and it actually says it's by someone else, but I have checked it with a PDF on NetGalley and it is the right one. So very excited for that. It's like a horror, but as I did before, I will also attach the synopsis and I'll catch up with you when I'm about 30%. But this is according to NetGalley, 352 page. I'm so excited because it's horror and I'm in my horror era right now, as you can probably tell by the first and last book of this vlog. But as I said about a minute ago, I'll catch up with you when I got some thoughts. Hello, reporting live on my 30% check-in on I Am the Devouring Dark by Kimberly Lynn Hansen. I must say, right, this book, loving it, eating it up. When I actually get 5 minutes to read it, I'm obsessed. But let me give you the rundown. So, I think we're in Nordic times, right? So, our main character, she is a demon lady. She's haunted by the shadows. She's out here living in the village's forest because she's obviously a demon. And basically, she has a pact with the local village. And the local village every year give her a human sacrifice for her to devour their heart in trade for her with her demon abilities to protect their village, right? So, we're come around to the year ceremony, come around recurring. And they've given her this human sacrifice. This human sacrifice is our main male character. His name, I think, is Rokeri. R-O-K-E-R-I. Rokeri. I'm going Rokeri. Sorry if that's not how you say it, but that's what I'm going for. And basically, she cannot remember anything about her past life. Doesn't know anything at all since, like, birth. Becoming this demon lady. Then, as she goes to kill our evil man, because he's not evil, he's a thief, but the human sacrifice, she gets a flashback of her past, a memory of them. She thinks it's them together, and because she's now had this flashback, she's like, oh, I need to know more about you. So instead of killing him, decides to save him, right? Crazy work anyway. So we're now going through this journey of her self-discovery and their relationship developing as friends, potentially lovers, because we're not that far in yet. But T is, right, they're this independent island. Her home, this village that she's protecting, they're an independent island. They don't want no intruders. And fresh on the horizon, an intruder. But this intruder's coming in, not to get the village, but to get her. And oh my god, the connections are coming in. It's all so good. But I can't give you any more than that because it's spoilers for where I am. But loving it so far. I actually think it's giving 3.5 star 4 behaviour. I'm actually leaning to a 4 at the moment just because it's super interesting. Stuff is still going on, so you're not getting bored. But I am only I'm 34% in, so I'm getting there now, getting to the grit. But they're quite cute together, and I just can't wait to see what goes on with her. And because obviously she's not eating her heart, she's like going all, she's getting all like fucked up in her mind because she's not eating her sacrifice. She's obviously feeding, but there's like special magical connections to her sacrifice and she's saving him. Oh, so good. But I'm about to chuck the telly on and do another reading stint. So I will catch up with you at the 60% mark. But so far, looking at a 4-star, I think. The writing style is very easy to read, whizzing through it when I actually get a chance. I've just been so busy this week with like catching up with work stuff in the evenings that I just haven't had a proper chance to sit and devour this book, which is why you've barely had any footage of me with this book. But I am determined to get this finished. It's supposed to be boiling hot summer weather this weekend, so I'm trying to get at least a book and a half devoured. We shall see how we get on, but I'll catch up with you then. Bye for now. Hey! Come to do my 60% check-in from the garden chair. I have got clothes on because it's so sunny out here, and that's where I'm actually reading our book, I Am the Devouring Dark by Caitlin Lee Hansen. I'm currently 61%, and guys, I'm liking this book, but it's not incredible. Do you know what I mean? Liking it, the writing's still really easy to read. The main character, she's still cool. Truthfully, guys, I keep thinking she's a wolf, but she's actually a person, because she's befriended all the wolves in this woods, right? And then she has a moment, and then I'm like, girl is a person and not a wolf. I keep getting confused. But to be honest, I'm not loving our main male character. I'm currently dropping to the 3.5-star range and not the 4-star range, just because he's not giving for me. He loves her for who she is, and that's what's important. But like, he's just not like husband material. Do you know what I mean? He's not doing anything that I'm like, oh, husbando. Do you know what I mean? It's just not the vibe. But drama is drama-y. Betrayal is betrayaling. It's crazy work out here. But I can't really give you more than that because it's a spoiler. But still plodding on, still good, still happy, still vibing. Writing style's still really super easy to read. Nice short, quick chapters, which for me, W season, we love a short chapter. But yeah, but I'll probably end up finishing it relatively soon. I'm just wedging in the sun because it's actually warm here in the UK. It's actually, I think it's 24 degrees right now, and it's 10 AM. So that is fantastic news, fantastic weather. And it's supposed to be really lovely all the bank holiday weekend, so I'm very excited to be warm. Hopefully I'm not burnt in the next check-in, but knowing me, I probably will be quite burnt. But I will catch up with you all when I've got some final thoughts. Bye for now. Hello, coming at you from my kitchen for my 100% review on I Am the Devouring Dark by Caitlin Lynn Hansen. And tell you what, I'd give it a 3.5 stars. The ending was super good. There were some super cute quotes in it, but I can't tell you any of them because I'm not allowed without consent of the author. Rubbish. But the quotes that were in there were kind of the ones that would be on TikTok, like, read this book for this quote. But the ending was super good. Their relationship was super cute. It's just, for me, girlies, there was no build up. It was very much, it wasn't Insta, but like, it was quick. In my opinion, a little bit trauma bonded. But, you know, they were super cute. The ending was super lovely. They did just throw a tragic bomb at the end. But apart from that, she was cute. And the publishing date is actually the 16th of October, or the 15th of October, and not 13th, but I would have edited that in the last clip, I'm sure. But wonderful, wonderful read, a very cute read. Obviously that it's not really cutesy because it's got gore in it, but like the gore in it was quite tame, in my opinion. There was a few bits, but it was nothing crazy. So if you're looking to get into that space, it's another great one for getting into that space. See how you feel about it, see what the vibes are. There's a romance in it, so it might be a good tread first into the gore space. But we seem to have a lot of that in this vlog. But I'm going to say goodbye to you here because that's officially the end of this vlog. But obviously, you will see the clip of me summarising all of these when I have 10 minutes and I'm not in the sun. Hello! I'm coming at you with your promised reading wrap up for this vlog. If you can see the iPad in my glasses, mind your business, I'm forgetful. So I need to remember the details of these properly. But I'm going from the top of the nogs, mostly. Alright. But let's get into it We started the week super strong with The Forest Bleeds by Rachel Kitch. This was our arcane bioengineering students who had magic, and they were a group of students at uni that got taken to the wrong place. They got captured by Arius, the weird man with the rotten leg. And guys and girlies and everything in between, this was a slay. We gave this a 3.75. Win. The gore wasn't crazy in this. If you're trying to get into the horror space and you don't know if that's your vibe, but you do like a fantasy vibe, or you are interested in bioengineering, this was great. This was super good. The characters all developed super well. The tension was tensioning. The drama was dramaing. There was some crazy stuff going on in the woods behind this man's house. Crazy works. Highly recommend. This officially comes out on the 13th of October 2026. So get it on your TBRs, get it pre-ordered. It's fantastic. This was super easy to read. The writing style was really good. I'm super interested in reading more from Rachel Kitch. This was not super gory, which was fantastic. So if you're early into your horror days, you should definitely check this one out. And there was a little bit of a steamy moment here. Romance was romancing. Sapphic romance. If you're interested in sapphic romance, check that bad boy out. But highly recommend. And our second book of this vlog was Letter from an Unknown Woman and Other Stories by Stefan Zweig. I'm going to say Zweig, but it might not be right. But here's the cover for that. Oh, talking of bangers. Oh, this one had my jaw on the floor. She was fantastic. The writing in this, gorgeous. Like, oh, the prologue, like the little text I showed you at the start, literally had me so sad. But every short story in this was beautiful. It was about love, miscommunication. Oh, stunning. Like, so beautifully written. You would barely even notice this is a translated book. Can you believe this is translated from German? I literally couldn't. I love a translated title. I'm very biased. But to prove how much I loved it, I gave this bad boy a 4.5 stars. I believe. Yeah, 4.5 stars. Jaw on the floor. Was obsessed with every character, even though none of the main characters had a name, which I thought was super interesting. Side characters did, but I just thought that was such a wonderful, unique concept of nobody having a first name. Like, now how do I ramble about them for the rest of my life, huh? I can't. But the symbolism in this was gorgeous, translated beautifully. We'll be reading more from Stefan. He was a wonderful writer, and it is such a tragic loss if he is definitely gone. But tragic loss. And if you're in, this is classified as a classic, so, but it's lots of short stories. So if you're interested in getting into classics, not really sure, or translated, or if you liked Before the Coffee Gets Cold, this is a fantastic one. It's short, really beautiful stories. Would highly recommend. And our last book of this vlog, which we literally just finished today, fresh off the press, we have I Am the Devouring Dark by Kimberly Lynn Hansen. I've been calling her Caitlin all week. Pfft, worst human being ever. It is Kimberly Lynn Hansen. Kimberly. Please ignore me from the past. She's an idiot. But this book was very good. This was 3.5 stars for me. Wonderful. Writing in this was fantastic. Imagery in this was very vivid, very gorgeous. The setting was so unique, being in Nordic times. I believe it was Nordic times, in the forest. Our main female character was such a baddie. Just so cool. Our main male lead was super cool. Their romance wasn't my favourite, okay? I think it was a bit insta-lusty for me. I know they had previous history, etc. But for me, it was not massively my vibe. I thought they were very cute in the end, but I was more interested in her and her powers and the darkness and her abilities and things like that. But maybe that's because I'm not massively in a romance mood at the moment, so don't let me put you off with this. But again, like our first book in this vlog, if you are looking to get into gore, into horror, this is a good one because it has other mystery themes. It has the romance, obviously, I've previously discussed, which I think is a great opening. There are a few gory bits in here, which are listed in the trigger warnings at the start, if you're interested in reading this. But it's like a good intro, not too gory crazy, but there were still little bits of it if you're not sure about testing the waters about it. But the gore in both of these books, Rachel Kitcher's and Kimberly's, there was nothing gory involved in any of the like intimate moments, which for me is super important. I'm not a massive dark romance girly, so I'm not trying to be weird up in my romance, to be quite honest with you. But I'm sure eventually in the future I will regret saying that, because when dark romance is done properly, chef's kiss. This one is due to come out on the 15th of October this year, so October is looking busy bees for you lot, because all of these need to go into a TBR, to be honest. But I need to check the date on the last one we just spoke about, and I will add that in here and while I'm yapping at the time, because poor for me to not say. But thank you so much to all of the publishers that gave me access to these. Thank you so much to NetGalley for the wonderful opportunity this is. And bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me in this vlog. It's been so wonderful to have you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, brunch, whatever the weather, wherever you are. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. And fingers crossed you didn't hate me enough. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.